Hi YouTubers, and welcome back to our YouTube channel here on Our Children Matter Corporation's YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. Hit that subscribe button below. Hit that bell notifications. Put it towards all so you can get all notifications of when we go live or when we submit a video on YouTube. Happy New Year to all of you all. We have not been on for all the month of January because we decided to take a break, but we are here in the second month of the year for February. We just want to take the time out to thank all of our supporters, all of our friends and supporters and our sponsors that are subscribed to our YouTube channel over here at YouTube. Well, we are welcoming back into 2024. It's been a bumpy ride for 2023. We had some great videos come out. A lot of events that we did last year in 2023, but 2024 is a new year and we are excited and fired up and ready to go for the new year. So, before we get into today's discussion topic for our mental health channel here on our Children Matters YouTube page, we want to take the time to say thank you to all of our sponsors, all of our recognized subscribers and users here on YouTube. We appreciate you so very much. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here on our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. We will always upload videos for you guys to just for you guys to look at, and there will always be different things going on in this channel, different niches that we have here on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, please subscribe down below. If you know somebody that would love to hear about these mental health topics here on our channel, please by all means share this video, tag this video into people that may think that need it, and to also need those helpful tips and those that are dealing with mental health on a day-to-day basis. We know that it is traumatizing for those that have severe mental health issues and those that are dealing with mental health on a day-to-day basis, especially our young people. So let's get right into our topic for today. Our topic for today is animosity towards others. What does that mean to us and to those that it affects around us? So let's see. What does animosity mean? Animosity means a strong feeling of dislike or hatred. We know that animosity is not a common thing here in the world, but there are a lot of people that have animosity and hate towards people. And a lot of people have that antagonistic attitude. Antagonistic attitude. What does that mean? Antagonistic attitude meaning that I don't care attitude. They don't care about you. They don't care about your safety. They don't care about the well-being of your family, your friends, whatever the issue may be. They are having issues relating to some of the things that are going on in their life, or they just plain do not like you. So let's try to sit and make sense of it. So let's ask ourselves this: why do we feel animosity towards someone? There is no one cause of resentment, but most cases involve underlying sense of being mistreated or wronged by another person. So basically, this is saying, in my notes, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes on my laptop, because every time I do a YouTube video, I always take notes. Most cases underlying the sense of being mistreated and wronged by another individual. So basically, the mistreatment of another individual is because they don't have no self-will they don't allow themselves to actually feel what they're feeling. They just feel hatred towards you. It could be your family, it could be your friends, it could be a significant other, it could be coworkers on your job. Whatever those whatever that hatred is or that animosity is towards that person or someone, they are causing the initial um hatred towards you or someone that you know or someone close to you. Okay? Let's talk about how to get rid of it. So I have 5 things here that we could talk about to get rid of that hatred or animosity towards someone. Practice empathy. Ask yourself about the circumstances that may have led to the other person to behave in such a way. What caused them to have that animosity or hatred towards you? Did you do something in the friendship to egg this on? Did you there had to have been a leading cause or circumstance that you were involved in or behaved in such a way that made this friend or this other person have this hatred or animosity towards you. um and sometimes people can have that animosity or hatred towards you because of jealousy. Jealousy can also do that as well. So we also have to take that into account, consideration and account too as well, that jealousy does play a part into that role as well, because people can be jealous of you and also hate you just because of the significant status that you're in, whether it be financial, spiritual, it doesn't matter what aspect, money, it doesn't really matter what um status quo that you're in. um by all means, other people can have animosity and hatred towards you. um Number 3, it says reflect on times when others have forgiven you. That is a definite, real, definite way of getting rid of the animosity or hatred towards someone, or those that have it toward you may have the animosity or hatred towards someone. Reflect on times when others have forgiven you for putting yourself into that situation or making the situation worse than what it was because of something that they said or did, or how they said it, or how you reacted in that situation. Or you may have held that friend down and say, oh, I'm gonna come over your house and talk to you about it, talk to them about it, talked about the issue. You know about the issue, you know about the hatred that's been going on, and you reflect on why they've forgiven you, because you can't hold on to bitterness all the time. You can't hold on to bitterness all the time, and you cannot surely hold on to the things that you've been holding on to. Number 4, it says write in a journal, pray, or use guided meditation. Um, I do have to say prayer and writing in a journal also helps too, because you're also writing out your feelings of how you felt in that situation, or why you feel that hatred towards someone or that hatred towards that family member. It doesn't matter who you have the hatred towards. You're always going to find that level of comfort for yourself and for others that needed, especially to get rid of that animosity or that self-hatred or that hatred you have for another, because that stuff builds up, builds up, builds up, builds up, builds up. And over time, people will start to see that, and they can kind of like guess and be like, oh, he or she had this animosity towards me since such and such. So this circumstance happened a long time ago, and they've never gotten over it. They've never forgiven me for it. And this is why they hate me so much. Number 5, it says, be aware that forgiveness is a process. Oh my goodness. I cannot say this enough, that be aware that forgiveness is a process. Forgiveness is a process. When you or the significant other that shows that animosity or hate towards one another, and you have that conversation with that significant other or that friend or that family member that has this hate towards you, and you finally figured out, like, hey, this is what's going on, this is how I feel about this particular situation. When you finally get the courage to forgive that person, or they forgive you for what you've done, It is a process. It's a process. It's a laid out process because then you have the stability of the trust that was there that is now not there, that you have to rebuild that trust with that person, that you have to rebuild that trust for your certain significant others, whether it be your family members. That process takes a long time. And forgiveness is all about letting go of the grudge and the bitterness that you have toward that person or that family member or that friend or that coworker or that colleague. Um, uh, Forgiveness takes a long time. Forgiveness takes a long time. It's a long time to process. It's a healing journey, as I should say, or I call it a healing journey because we know that these things take time. Situations like this take time. They take time and efforts to build the trust, build the relationship back up, build to talking again on the phone or whether you're seeing them in person. All of that takes into play when it comes into play of actually building up that animosity or that hate towards someone. So you always, always, always remember that, being aware that forgiveness is a process. It's a day by day process. It's a step by step process. It's a motivational process, getting you motivated into forgiving that person, training your brain to say, you know what, turning on your brain and saying, you know what, something is clicking here. Now that you've gotten the courage, the weight is off your shoulders. You've prayed about it, you've meditated on it, you've you've actually had the courage to say, you know what, hey, listen, this has been going on long enough. Um, I'm getting sick over this. I'm getting sick over the bitterness, over the grudge that I'm holding against you, or the other person that you have that animosity or hatred towards. And then it could be just plain old jealousy, that you're jealous of them, that they have this, such and such money. But people really do actually go through that. People actually really, really deal with that and go through that. And it's a challenging thing for people to go through that. And I really do think that people go through that day by day, source by source, reiteration, retaliation. People want to retaliate against other people. Excuse me. People want to retaliate against other people for doing that. And it's just like, you know, why even have that focus or that nature in you? Do you even have it in you to hate that person for so long? Well, you know, the Bible says God doesn't want us to harbor hate in our hearts. So that's why God creates us to have his love and have his integrity and have his hand and heart, because it's his heart that brings the motivation to love someone else. And we have to be mindful of that, and the choices that we make and the decisions that we make and the circumstances we get ourselves into, no matter how big, small, severe, level-headed that we are in all of the things that we do. We know that animosity and hate towards other is should not be tolerated. It's a really eerie situation to go through because you never know how you're going to come out of it. And I know that for some people it's a struggle and it's a challenge, but these type of things you have to take time on. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm going to do this, 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 and this, and this, and this, and such and such." You have to take the time out to say, "You know what? Hey, listen, I know this is for you. I know in my hearts of hearts that this has been troubling you. Hey, let's listen, let's squash it, let's forgive each other, because I can't go on hating you for something so small or something so big." But people really, really do go through this. People really, really actually go through this, and I know people that have actually lost their lives over harboring so much hatred for one another. So you always want to look at it with a different lens and a different scope, because once you're past the forgiving stage, you are in the process of mending that relationship, that relationship that you once had with that person. And I know for a fact that once animosity or hate towards someone, when you put somebody in a situation like that, we know that um, the mending process and the healing process is a little different, because the trust that you had before that hatred and animosity, or that before that situation occurred, is definitely not going to be there once you mend it. So, you'll have a different level of respect for that person. We know you're going to go through all of those different changes and challenges that they may face in the near future. So, this is all that I have for you today. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening and a wonderful second month into the new year. We pray that you guys are doing well. A lot of you, I know that we have not been on for a month, but we are back in action doing our YouTube videos, making sure that this content that we get out this year is the best ever yet. Um, I will be coming back on here this weekend, doing a couple more videos this weekend and uploading more videos this weekend as we speak going into 2024. So without further ado, I will let you guys get back to your evening. Thank you all so much for your wonderful leadership, your subscriptions to our YouTube channel and to our page. We humbly, gratefully thank you so much for your hospitality and your generosity toward our channel. And we really sincerely do appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you and have a blessed night, guys. Bye-bye.